Desmond Bain, two-man game with Banchero. Grab it, dump it, Carter.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Keel Boys podcast. My name is Michael.
I'm Keaton. Welcome to episode 2.
Episode 2, week 1 of the NBA season. We've already seen the opening night game, so what do you think there is to say? I mean, we've seen that guy from France. He might be the best in the world.
Yep, that was what you were saying last week. I saw people were coming through for your head a little bit.
They were. I was saying he's fourth over. I just said he was better than Shea, which I had an oversight on Joel Embiid, unfortunately. A very major oversight. But
no, yeah, Wemby, if we want to start there, looked absolutely ridiculous.
By Wembanyama. It's like playing against your dad in the driveway when you're 8 years old. What do? Wemby, three, you bet! Plus the foul!
Everyone looked like an ant compared to him, and Mavericks are not short of 7-footers. It was crazy.
That's what I really thought, because I think the micro skill that is most impactful from Wembanyama is definitely the ability to finish outside of the restricted area. Like, when he takes off outside of the restricted area and can still dunk and finish right at the rim.
Wembanyama sat for the back half of that third quarter after his dazzling start to it. Picked up his fourth foul and was on the bench. Here's Wemby. Wow. Just perpetual.
So when he does that, it's the game's broken. You're done.
No, genuinely, it's like video games out there because, like, we knew he was the 7'5" guy who could dribble and shoot, but it's like now you see him with a face-up game, and he's making passes over the defenses, and he's shooting mid-range fadeaways. I don't know what you do.
I think that this is gonna come up on the screen if you're watching on YouTube, but definitely got to put this clip in there. When he's
over 7 feet tall. He looks like he's 6'2". Wemby, the catch and the finish.
He got stopped on the perimeter, passed it back to the top of the key, cut, got the ball back, and I saw him do a higher gather, and I was like, okay, this is probably going to be a left-hand layup. And then he just went central and then did a two-hand dunk on Lively. I was like, wait, this is different. Not many NBA, because I was saying, like, the only guys who are finishing that dunk off is really Giannis. And even then, that's a hard dunk for Giannis on a 7-footer. And he's 7'5", so he made it look, like, easy.
Yeah, the game's just going to come way too easy for him, way too quickly. Still had, 3 blocks, 15 rebounds, and 40 points.
No turnovers.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I think it was the first ever 40-15 no turnover game, I believe.
He's unbelievable. But let me check the slate. What games really moves me? I mean, another game that Will Hardy might come for that Coach of the Year. The Jazz were playing organized basketball when I watched. They were playing very, very organized.
I want you to talk to me about that one because that was one of the ones I didn't see at all, and I was checking, keeping track of the score, and I was like, okay, what is happening? So what was going on there?
I was watching it. It was like the Jazz. It was. I couldn't believe my eyes, really, because it's such. Okay, first of all, Walker Kessler, who I like. I've been saying Walker Kessler is really good since last season.
For sure.
Guys in group chats are like, Walker Kessler, he's not better than so and so, like a random dude who just gets offensive rebounds. And I'm like, I think he is. He might be. Walker Kessler came out, hit 2 threes. I was like, okay, passing really well. Good rim
That's
protection.
what I saw. And
then the whole Jazz team as a whole, it was just like a bunch of off-ball movement and a lot of extra passing, interior passing, great interior passing. Keontae George looked like not a lead guard, but he looked like a game managing point guard, like who's a guy with his type of frame that could do that type of thing. I don't want to overrate him, but he looked Andre Miller-esque as a point guard, really just making stuff happen without taking away from anybody's game. Of course, you know my guy, Bryce Sensabaugh, came and dropped 20 points easily, simply. But it looked like the Clippers were just really tired out there. They were just a little bit slower. I don't think that that's an indictment on their part. I think that that's on Ty Lue, because if you remember who the Clippers added, They swapped out Beal for Norman Powell, which some people say is an upgrade, some people say is a downgrade. Doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, if you lose a Norman Powell, you're gonna lose a Bradley Beal. That's the point. Definitely change the lineup. Use Bradley Beal as a 6-man because you have that benefit now. You have John Collins now, so start those guys. At the end of the day, I think it's a lineup issue, but it's also just an incredible performance from the Jazz offensively. I think they broke their record for assists by like 3 from last season. Like
wow.
last season they topped out at 35 assists. I think they had 38 or something.
Yes, yep, 38. Looking at it right now. Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, of the few highlights I saw Kessler shooting the 3, and I heard that he was passing really well.
Yeah, Kessler was looking. I wanted the Magic to acquire Kessler. I think that if the Magic acquired Kessler and had him as our backup big, well, he looks like a starter right now. But if he was our backup big, we'd be so good. But I think the next game, of course, I think I spoke about the Nets defense last episode. So I didn't realize that the Nets didn't have any wing defenders at all. That was another oversight. That was awful. I don't know what I was watching. The Hornets picked them apart.
I mean, yeah, it could also look different with like no Highsmith and Drake only played 7 minutes. Like I think they have some capable defenders on the roster at least.
They do.
But yeah, I saw the defense wasn't looking good. And it's not like they have anyone like at the point of attack either. Like all of the rookie guards they drafted, it's not like they're going to give you value defensively.
But there are some PRA. I think that a good base for guards is PRA. I can't lie. When you're young, like Isaiah Collier, PRA guy, he could just pull a triple-double out of where. He can do that stuff. That's just like a nice archetype, but that's just a game I skimmed really. I mean,
yeah, same.
Looking at some of these games right here, I wanted to watch the whole Wolves Blazers, and it was like,
me too,
because it was the final score looks great, and the matchup also looks great, but it was one of those games where it was like, you thought you could turn off the game, like the Blazers took him out, and then Ant almost by himself was just coming down. Like the Blazers dominated the game. Like they defensively, I think that at this point, I think Shadon Sharp showed you who he is as a person. Not a good scorer. He's a so finisher. Can't really.
I think it could be a little early.
Nah, is this not year? Wait, let me check and see if this is year 4. I'm almost entirely sure this is year 4 for Shadon Sharp.
I wouldn't say I'm out on him fully.
This is year 4. Your 48-inch vertical doesn't shoot threes for you, doesn't shoot mid-ranges for you, and it definitely doesn't defend for you.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
It was, I think one of the takeaways I had was actually about Hansen, and it looked like he was just playing in empty space like every possession on the court. Like defensively, and I know he came in with the expectation he wouldn't be a good defender, but it was against the lineup with Nas at the 5, so we can't just concede easy threes. Like it's not like he's playing against Gobert where he can sag off, and he's just sitting at like the block or the free throw line, and he wasn't offering anything.
Well, you know what their coach was doing, so you never know what he was told.
Yeah. Granted, that was 5 minutes, so I think I may have seen all of the 5 minutes that Hansen was on the court. But yeah, it was he wasn't guarding anything.
I think if you caught, I did catch a couple glimpses of a Toumani Camara on ball leap. He was dribbling a little bit. He was looking like a little bit of a ball handler. I think if he could bring me like Jaden McDaniels type of offense and keep his defense, that's a top 29 player. Top 30. Let's call it top
29.
I just felt like what's his name? Bill Simmons. Like
I think I'd have him 28 probably.
28. Okay. That's solid.
It looked like a lot of the offenses was kind of predicated on just like drive and kick from what I saw.
Which is
it wasn't anything spectacular. There was hints of cutting at places. Like Denny had a really nice cut that I saw. So yeah, I think they need to get a little more inventive with the offense, but I kind of also want to see what it's like with Scoot on the court. Like I want to see if the pick and roll changes anything.
Yeah, definitely Scoot instead of Shadon, and then Scoot, Drew, Tumani, Denny, Klingon. That's a great offense. If Scoot is a
Yeah,
real
yeah. Yeah,
defender,
not that
of
I'm like
course.
super high on Scoot yet. Like, he's just one of the guys I want to watch more of for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think the offense will look a little different. And now they're gonna have a new coach, obviously.
yeah. Hopefully, I mean, he only got placed on leave. Like the Bills didn't. I mean, not the Bills. The Blazers didn't cut him or they
Yeah,
didn't fire him or anything.
yeah.
Some other games that you could just rapid fire with. I mean, the Grizzlies, Pels.
And we can talk about the Grizzlies one real quick. That one I would say I caught a little more than glimpses of. Ja looked great, like really great.
He did look really
Like
great.
like
That
had
short
the
mid
had the
range.
had the
That short
mid
mid
range game
range.
back. Yeah, it looked
Looking
pretty
great.
automatic. They were running pick and roll more. Obviously everything is like a 1 or 2 game sample size depending on what team it is at this point. But I saw they were top 10 in frequency and they were generating 1.37 points per possession. So like I think Lisalo, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Lasala. He's
Lisalo
from
is going to get
I think
back
he's from
to
Finland.
the pick and roll jaw era instead of like the wheel offense maybe.
Maybe I'm just a hater, but Triple J. I don't know what that was. He might have been gambling too.
T1 to start the game.
Wiggins backing down. Morant doesn't want to pick up a second foul. A miss, but a Memphis foul.
Yeah.
I think that archetype of defender is so lost nowadays with everybody driving and kicking. That a defender that
like foul prone.
not just but like somebody who's just gonna be aerial for a large portion of defense. Like
Okay.
he was like it was if you watch the game for like 4 to 7 minutes, it was either he was out of position or he was in the air for like 40% of the defensive possessions. And
I get
sometimes
what
he
you
wasn't
mean.
even near the ball. It would be like a ball, like a skip pass, and he would just leap up for a skip pass. And you're like, what was he? Is he okay?
Yeah.
No, he just didn't look like he was all there. And then
And he had 6
his
blocks
offense is
too.
weird. But imagine a world where you have 6 blocks and 6 fouls. So that's 6 jumps. I mean,
Well,
12
no,
jumps.
yeah, that's what I'm saying is like he's gonna offer value if he can stay on the court and just play a little more disciplined.
Starting to just remind me of Hassan Whiteside, which is not a good reminder.
Wow, KCP was 9 of 9 from free throw.
Don't even want to hear this dude's name. Because I say, do you see the clip where there's a real, like, I don't know, they might have changed the mics, but there was KCP and Jordan Poole talking trash.
Yes,
And
yes.
it was so clear. Like I heard every word. I think I heard the breath in between the words. Right?
Yeah.
And like it just made me think because like I always have these thoughts where like how NBA players view themselves. And it's so funny when it's like NBA player who's clearly a role player and another player who's clearly a budding offensive star, and it's like KCP thinks he's better than Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole thinks he's better than KCP. And neither one would ever concede that. And then Ja and Zion come in and it's like, oh shit, these guys are both better than like
These might be the big dogs on the court, yeah.
Exactly. Like both those guys walk in, Zion's like telling him chill, Ja's laughing. Like it's very funny.
Yeah.
But that was a good
Like,
game and a nice finish.
with the Grizzlies, like you were saying you wanted like a hot take or two. I'd say my original placement for them in the standings was a hot take just with the injuries they have at 8. So I feel like I'm going to stick with that for now. Like a really good Jaw season, and they just always seem to get a lot out of role players. Like Omax Prosper looked good. Cedric Coward was 5 of 5. Jalen Wells is going to be really good. Yeah, they just have great role players, and Scottie Pippen Jr. is going to come back. I mean, Javon Small looked good off ball. They just have role players on role players.
But like, how is it that the one guy that I had a semi agenda for in Santi Aldama just looked awful?
Yeah, he looked bad.
Like he just looked like a random on the court. And then I see a stat that's like he's the second best player in the league at guarding Wemby.
Wemby stuff.
I'm stuck. I mean, with how the West is looking, I think that might be the most valuable role in the league in the West. Being a Wemby stop, like the same way how people are like, how people's measurements of good defensive bigs is like, can you guard Jokic or not? Can you guard Wemby or not?
Yeah. Yeah, so they're pulling role players out of thin air. We can get off the game, but Jeremiah Fears, that's my dog. That's
good.
my dog.
He did play good.
People were hating on him pre-draft, and I wouldn't say I was like heavily involved in scouting him, but like that handle is just gonna get him places. He's just gonna get into the paint.
Derek Queen, though, that's my dog.
That's your dog.
Derek Queen.
Little Maryland rep.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my.
I got you. Yeah. We'll have to see how he looks.
He looked all right.
Don't bite.
The thing is, there's no reason to bite.
Double comes, frees up Johnson, blocked away by Derek Queen. Not a good look for Jordan McLaughlin.
Right.
Yeah.
He was solid.
I mean, big game from VJ, just didn't get to watch it, even though it looked like a good game.
It was like one of those games where the volume was so incredible, and the fact that he was like maintaining league average efficiency as a rookie is what impressed me the most. Of course, everybody is saying like he's compared to Jimmy Butler and all that stuff, bro. His defense was super weird. I think that he might be too. He might trust his athleticism too much. He was trying to make plays,
like gambling.
Not even game. Like you just try to make rear plays like to the whole game. Like if he's like on your hip, he'd be trying to swipe. Because it's not like open court gambling, but it's like inside yard gambling.
And it's the reason why they don't let you wear those numbers in college, because they don't want to bother the referees with those numbers, but they seem to not care in the NBA.
And Sexton draws number 2 on 77.
Which I don't know, which is weird, because inside the arc could result in a lot of fouls. But I don't think he fouled that much. I don't remember, but I just remember him being. He went to the Derek White School of Defense. He wanted chasing down blocks. He wanted rear steals. He wanted everything.
He only had one foul. But yeah, I mean, even in the last preseason game, he just looks like he'll develop into one of the best closeout attackers in the league. I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
Just any momentum he has catching it, like even in like semi-transition, if you get it to him in the slot while he's moving, it's just going to be a rip through to the hole every time.
I mean, it might be. I'm thinking about how quick that team. If they get a wing or a 4 who could pass them, if Embiid hopefully can just give me outlets. Imagine VJ and Maxey attacking, just flying down the court. Or imagine a world where I wish that Embiid was still super healthy. Because if you bring it back to the Spurs game, and Wemby was carrying 4-guard lineups to good defense. All they had to do was play good on-ball defense. And I'm imagining a world where you allow Embiid to play with a 4-guard lineup where it's like Maxey, Edgecombe, McCain, Grimes, and they're all just playing good on-ball defense, and then Embiid's like being a deterrent at the rim. And you could just get out on transition, but I don't know. I don't think the 76ers could do that.
Yeah, it's probably not like viable at this stage. Yeah,
but another game that I really enjoyed. I don't want to get into the. But what do you think you want to see? Because I mean, the Bucks with all those games were like Bucks Wizards, Kings, Suns.
Did you watch the Warriors game from last night?
I did. I watched. Do I want to say I watched the whole Warriors game? I don't think I watched the full. I think I came in like right end of the first quarter, like 1 minute.
Okay, it's not like you left at like the fourth. Yeah.
No. I watched the whole second half. Watched OT.
Yeah. That's better than missing like overtime. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one.
What do you want? Did you watch the Thunder game?
No, that was the one I didn't. Yeah, I saw them both last night, and I said I'm gonna come home Friday morning and watch the Warriors one.
Yeah, because I think I was on the way home around 10, so I saw, I think, the fourth quarter of the Thunder game. So it was like, I just watched Pascal give Chet work. And
really?
And I saw Benedict Mathurin, who looked impressive. I was impressed. I think he's going to be the MIP, the fake MIP type of guy who just gets all the usage.
Yeah. That's why I hate the award so much now. It's either going to go to a second-year guy who you expect to improve. Like, if I was picking, like if I was a betting man, I feel like Matas would be like high up for me.
Yeah,
But it's also like he's like supposed to improve. He's a second year highly touted rookie. I just feel like it should go to a different type of guy. But yeah, no, Matherin like has the capability to be like the alpha alongside Siakam this year. Like they're gonna give him usage and he's just gonna draw free throws and be relentless attacking.
Yeah.
So no, his stats are gonna look pretty gaudy.
I don't know if I was a part of Nemhard FC for too long. I mean, he looked, you know what he reminded me a lot of? It's like the role that I envisioned for Jace on the Magic. Imagine Jace had no 3-point shot at all. Like there was nothing there. It was like, okay, so you can dribble, you can make decisions, even though he made decisions really slowly, was like not a good live ball processor at all. But it just looked like he had nothing except getting into the arc and trying to pull up.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that got him benched. He got the point guard stripped from him. I think they had Pascal bring up the ball for a long time. And they had
Nemhard also got hurt. He left the game.
What? Bro. The injury saved him. That injury saved his life. I think the injury saved his life.
I didn't really understand the philosophy of like choosing Nemhard for like biggest leap this year because we've seen him without Tyrese before and he shot 12% worse. Like true shooting percentage.
And he's just the type of dude that has to play off of a guy.
Yeah, some guys are just better playing off of like a facilitator, and that's okay. Yeah,
that's entirely okay. I would never be mad at somebody who just needs a facilitator.
Yeah, exactly. Like still a good player, but yeah, I don't get necessarily why people saw like the 1B chops from him.
Yeah, but it's like damn, like OKC, because they always look like that impregnable defense, and then a guy like Pascal who's just a little bit bigger and more built, who can also handle and shoot mid ranges, can really get into them. And if Pascal hit his free throws, they basically could have won. But he missed a lot of them. I remember.
Yeah, missed 7.
Why I still have a little bit of hope for Paulo. I mean, if you could get into somebody's body and just create offense, especially on a check, because he was working check. But I mean, if you want to talk about the Warriors game, I think that was the most impressive game I've seen from 3 different guys. I could tell you the 3. You could try to guess the 3.
Okay, from 3. Well, okay, Aaron Gordon.
Yes, he's one of them for sure.
Gordon, was it like your most impressive Kuminga game too?
No, it was from 2 older guys, is what I was extremely impressed by.
Horford.
Yeah, Horford for sure. I mean, he was D'ing up on Jokic exquisitely, and I think is one of those guys where he's just so intelligent and so used to playing defense that he was able. There was multiple different actions where there would be a ball screen, Horford would show on Jamal Murray, and Curry would throw away the defense. Like Curry didn't know what he was doing on defense for a little bit.
Yeah.
He would go and switch off. Like Curry would try to switch on to Jokic. He wouldn't try to come back. And Horford would say, all right, cool. I'll show. Draymond will come up. And I think that's the other guy who I was super impressed with, Draymond. Because I think him and Horford as a tandem look like the 2 best defenders of this last generation. Or the generation before this last one. I think Gobert is a generation after. So I'll say him, Jimmy, Horford. Those guys are 3 just beasts on defense. As long as Steph is good, and I guess who do you think should be the 5th starter with those guys?
Wait, you're saying in a Horford lineup?
In a Draymond, Jimmy, Horford,
Curry. I like Pods, honestly. Like I think he understands the system really well, and he like played pretty well last night. You hate him?
I don't hate him. He's a good guy. He's a normal dude. I don't think that he warrants some of the hate that he does get, but it's also like, to me, I also don't believe in him as much. It's like his traits are just so weird. I think that's something that's really valuable about him, though, is the fact that he's a great rebounder, like really, really great. So I think that at the end of the day, I think that you'd be able to, him being reliable in terms of just creating extra possessions and be a good connective passer, he might end up being one of those players that like kind of has to be in a lineup with 2 guards and a bigger wing. So one of those type of players, like a Dante DiVincenzo type of thing. But it's like he could still he can provide value, but I don't know if he's guard too. I think that I think Kuminga should be starting. I think that's what should happen.
I don't mind Kuminga starting, but I think in the system they play in, it's valuable to have someone like Pods who like is almost comfortable taking a backseat in the way and isn't gonna like throw away possessions. I thought Kuminga like looked a lot better last night. Like it looks like this season he's like bought into it more, but there's still just flashes. It just seems like he gets eager to want to create for himself, and it ruins the flow on certain possessions is what I noticed.
I mean, yeah, I think that you need a transition score at all times. That team is too slow in transition. Luckily, it was the Nuggets who Cam Johnson looked regular. Like, he just looked like a normal guy.
Yeah, just wasn't hitting shots, too. I thought he was, like, playing okay and would have, like, if he just shot a little better, I think the game wouldn't have looked as bad.
But it's like, he came in for the fact that while him and MPJ are the same tier shooter, he clears him defensively. He clears him as a playmaker passer. You know, he could be a connective passer that could just make things happen, make interior reads, make smooth reads, look off the defense and all that stuff. He just didn't bring any of that. He just came out there, shot 1 for 6.
That's fair. Yeah, nothing special. Yeah, like the defense didn't pop at all. I thought the defense was just so poor in general. It's like Jokic got abused almost even more than normal. Just like any time he would show, like if they showed 2, they would just get past his hip. Like Curry was past his hip every possession.
And that I remember because I used to be a guy who'd say Jokic is the best, and I'm cool with that. And I remember, I'll never forget it. It was 76ers Nuggets in January, and Tyrese Maxey took Jokic's lunch for 3 quarters. The third, fourth, and overtime, or the second, third, and the fourth, because it didn't go to OT. Second, third, and fourth, he was taking Jokic's lunch, especially down late in the fourth. It was like, I think Jokic is really problematic with quicker guards, which is why they will never be OKC. I think I'm comfortable saying that they are incapable of being OKC now with this current roster construction. Like, Jonas did look good. I won't lie.
Yeah, that's what I was literally just about to say. I was going to say, you know what? Jonas Valanciunas looked really good.
He did look really... He looked like he knew his role to a T. He didn't step out.
Like, he was, like, trying to do a pseudo Jokic, but not in, like, a too much way. Like, they'd enter it to him at, like, the, like, high post, and he had one really nice pass to... It was either Brown or Braun, just on, like, a little backdoor.
Yeah, he's a good player. I will never be mad at Jonas Valanciunas for just being a good backup big. If you could give me 1 for 2 from 3 every night, I'd be a happy Nuggets fan.
Yeah, and it's like he got abused less than Jokic on D. Yeah, it's not like he didn't look that horrible.
And I mean, do you think that Jokic just got lucky? Was Jokic last year just a variant season? Is that what it was? Because, I mean, that 3-point shooting just looked awful. No, he's not done. Yeah, beyond the arc, because he always seemed like a guy who would be mid-30s, sometimes low 30s.
I think he'll go probably high 30s. Like, I think he'll finish 38.
38, okay, but I don't know what he was doing yesterday. It was like...
It's also one of those things where if you're basing it off previous years, like if you're basing it on the fact where you're like, I'm Nikola Jokic, I'm a 40% 3-point shooter, it's not like those looks were bad in any way, but I think you also just have to call it quits at a certain point when it's not working, and that's what was bothering me when they would show 2 on Jamal and he's still popping.
On the way down. Murray keeps the bounce. Now Jokic straight on triple try. No good. And it's Warriors ball.
Like, I would rather him just trail into the lane and get a paint touch. Because did you notice how much better they were when he got a paint touch?
They were. It was a lot. It was a lot. It felt like the Warriors were definitely stretched out a lot more when Jokic was in the paint because they would consistently send two to finish off a double. But Jokic was. I think Jokic was trying to win the game by himself because he would touch the paint and he would try and flick over a hook shot and it would come off the rim. He wasn't looking like a special offensive rebounder. It was just. I think that is the lowest echelon of a Jokic game that you can possibly get. And of course, he still gets a triple-double, so people are going to look at it and say, he played fine. But that is a very low-tier Jokic game.
Yeah, like another game, and he'll probably shoot 5 of 13 or 6 of 13 from 3, and they probably win it. It's just, I wish they went away from it, because anytime he trailed or like even caught it anywhere near the post and they send 2 and he finds a cutter or he finds someone outside, or if they didn't send 2, like he was making like some like push shots and hook shots or drawing fouls, and I just thought that would have been the winning formula there. But
however,
it's whatever.
What if Jokic is a 9 3-point per game type of guy, shooting like 3.5 for 9 for the season, 4 for 9, and does that for a year? That might be the best offensive peak ever. If he's like 4 for 9 from
shooting
3,
on volume.
And then like 8 for 11 inside the arc, taking like 20 shots.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. Is it time for the team that resides in Orlando?
I didn't want to talk because they were embarrassing me in the first quarter. They're making me very, very sad.
They were making me pretty mad throughout the game. I was live tweeting it, and Paulo Banchero was making me really angry.
I don't know what. Okay, so let's start with the good before I get to the bad, right? Because I'm not. I feel like
that's fine. Or do we want to start with the bad and finish with the good?
Because the good is a lot more. The good is a lot simpler than the bad. The bad is really nuanced. So I think that we should just start with the good.
Okay.
Like, for example, Desmond Bane, pull-up 3-point shooter. Great.
Yes.
I love it.
Great. Yes.
Awesome. Spectacular.
Yes. Just being able to pull when he's like called on for like the pick and roll duties, like just being able to dribble and pull up if someone goes under is just great. Because no one else is really going to do that. Suggs like might once or twice a game, but like Bane is just going to look different.
Suggs catch and shoot. I mean, it made me smile. Paulo involving himself defensively. Playing on ball deep.
Yeah.
He was fine. That was a big step in the right direction for Paulo.
Yeah. He needs to get a little better at like conceding drives to guys quicker than him. Like not conceding drives. Like it's weird that Jovic always seems to be like a problem for him. Jovic specifically gets past him a lot.
I don't know what it is. I think it's just like the stride length is a bit of a difference.
Yeah, or maybe just the threat of the 3-point.
Paulo has a very short stride.
Yeah. I thought Goga looked really good.
I was about to say Goga and Wendell offensive rebounding.
Yes.
Just creating extra possessions, and the fact that both of them can pass. I mean, guys immediately started victory lapping in the group chat again. They started saying Goga's better than Wendell. It's like, wait.
Yeah, no, Wendell looked great. I thought they both looked good, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, they did. And I thought Ben was about to kill us last night, and then he just the fire went out. I was so happy.
He came out
the first quarter. I mean, he got like 2 middies, hit a 3, got an and 1 or something. I don't know. He was getting to the line. It was kind of scary.
Can we talk about how excited me and you probably both were in our rooms watching the first play of the game? My God.
Goodness. Well, no, I was in class, so I couldn't get hype.
Desmond Bane, top of the key. Paulo screens on his right hip, re-screen left hip, hits Paulo's short roll. Someone faces up and lob to Wendell.
Oh my.
It looked so good.
I jumped. I was like, because the professor's talking. I don't want to hear a word the professor's saying. Like, you have me in class 7 p.m. on a Wednesday.
That's OD. That's OD.
And then I see, like Paul throws that lob, and I'm like, yo, wait. Wendell is like he's on a trampoline, jumps there, was like, wow, that was incredible.
It looked really good. And I think that was one of the positives to take away from the game, and is even though it didn't come, I'd say probably as much as it should have, like Paolo in the short roll is going to be a weapon. And that's somewhere he can thrive because he is a good processor when the defense like gives him an aggressive look. Like he's gonna make the right pass out of it most of the time, I'd say, and it's gonna give him some momentum to go to the rim.
I think we did talk about this in the off season. What was his free throw rate? I think his free throw rate must have been like 45. Might have been.
You can keep talking. I'll try and pull it up.
Free throw rate was 71.
Yeah, wait. I was gonna say 45 sounded low.
Okay,
yeah. 0.706. Or no, wait. No. You were right.
Calculated.
You were right.
What?
Wait, this game or last season?
I'm talking about last season. Free throw rate was.
Last season was 0.423.
Okay, yeah. I got caught in between two ideas. I was gonna say the improvement because he was. I thought he was like 0.45. Now he's 0.71 tonight.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah.
I mean,
0.71 tonight.
If he can give me 55 for the full season, I would be so happy because it would if he's shooting 75% on them.
Yeah, shot 9 of 12, I think.
Just take away because if he does that, he will take away like 2 of the bad mid-range misses.
Exactly. It's such an easy fix. I tweeted out that I wish he played into the foul drawing more, and someone responded I don't get how you're unhappy with him. He drew 12, and I was like I get where you're coming from. I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but there were so many where if he just rips and goes into a guy or tries to go around a guy, he'll draw 2 more. He'll draw 4 more a game.
Exactly, and I mean I think it's about that time to get to the bad. Oh well. Let's give TDS his props for this. Looks very smooth.
My God.
That's how I'll catch a boat to TDS Island later.
I claimed him before the season. I said that's going to be my guilty pleasure watch because he gets smooth buckets. He has really good footwork. And his decel he's such an awkward offensive player on drives. He hit the one where he drove right and he took 3 really slow steps and hit it off the glass.
Wanted to give it to Jones instead. The Silva comes to the top. Kristen, Euro stepping and scooping it off the glass. Pretty play.
And I was like, I'll take it.
Okay, one last thing. When Suggs misses time, you gotta rest him. Who takes his place, TDS or Anthony Black?
I think you were saying you wanted AB.
I do want AB, for sure.
Which, yeah, I think AB makes a lot more sense too, just because he's giving us some POA replacement value.
And some guard shot blocking.
Yeah, but I do think offensively TDS would look better. Just let Franz or Bane run the point, and he's just the trigger man on the wing, which is kind of what he was last night or 2 nights ago or whatever. Overall, net wise, I'd probably go AB.
Okay. Now it's really time. All right. The bad.
The good for Miami, Davion was great. Love Davion.
Really
Davion will I was praising Davion at the end of last season. I really love Davion Mitchell.
I don't even remember when they got Fontecchio. When did they acquire him?
I mean I knew he was on the team, but I don't know when they acquired him.
I mean he looked nice. He was solid.
He's okay. I don't love him.
Well, I mean, he's what people think modern basketball is, a unathletic tweener, wing shooter who could pass and dribble and all that stuff. It's
yeah. I just think sometimes his decision making is pretty ass. But I feel Norm looked good. He's just gonna be good in transition for them. They're trying to play faster, and he's just perfect for that. He's gonna make transition threes, and he has really nice floater touch.
No, I can't let that slide. He has my most hated floater in the NBA. That's my least favorite floater. His floater. You say he has good touch. I think he has
a pretty nice floater.
Because his floater he can push it into the rim from weird angles. But he's not when it's
it's not feathery. It's not feathery.
Yeah, exactly, precisely.
Okay, fair enough. But I think his floater percentage is good. Like, I don't think I'm tripping on that.
I've never sat and looked at the floater percentage. It probably is good, but I can't stand the floaters.
But at the end of the day, if it's going in, it's going in.
Okay,
but I can see where you're coming in. I can see where you're coming from. But no, he has nice intermediate percentages.
Okay, yes, his percentages are nice. It's
deal.
Watch.
Okay,
yes, it's an ugly watch.
Right.
I mean, the rest of the Heat guys, Wiggins was obviously Wiggins. Looked like a good defender again.
And like he was probably one of their best ISO scores that game, and he kind of needs to be with Hero out. Yeah. I don't think he'll have that shot making every night, but it was like without him, they don't even get close to winning.
Hopefully, when Hero comes back, it's Norm that goes to the bench so that it could be man. But they gotta start. They played a weird lineup. I think it should be Davion, Hero, Wiggins, Bam, Killer. I think that's what it should be.
I like their double big too, but I get people's hesitations like offensively with it. But I was saying to someone before the game that I think it would be good against us specifically because it makes like Paulo have to bang in the interior, which I don't think he wants to do.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't.
Yeah, okay. So I thought it would be good against us. Okay, yeah, we're coming close to the end. So the bad Tyus Jones was atrocious on defense. Literally atrocious.
I literally the exact I predicted his game one stat line in like April, or not April, but in July. The moment we signed him, I was in the group chat and I said, okay, Tyus Jones is gonna come out and put up 3 points, no boards, 5 assists, and if he's lucky, he gets a steal. If he's very, very, very lucky.
He went, oh, wow. 0 and a -17 plus minus.
So I don't know. I think they called a steal a block because
I thought it was a block.
If you're getting blocked by Tyus Jones,
no, I saw the block. It was a block.
Okay, I must not have been really paying attention.
No, I remember but
he's assist to turnover man, and he had 2 turnovers. So
yeah,
I'm done with him. He's done. Jonathan Isaac looked like he was not ready to play basketball. He was the only guy on the team who didn't know there was a game today. Yeah. And that's on him. Of course, Suggs' minute restriction is kind of sad because
he was great. He was really good.
Really great. But the bad again, Mose. So you're telling me Tyus Jones and J.I. could play, but Penda, Jet, and Jace can't play.
Yeah. Tyus was the reason for Davion getting his game off as much as he did, and the whole Davion had 12 assists, and obviously he's going to, if he's blowing by his hip every time, and it's just a 4-on.
I think the spacing a little off on that break. They were all kind of bunched up together. Adebayo receives it from Mitchell.
3. It's literally a living 4-on-3.
It was the easiest paint touch every single time when Tyus on the court. Exactly. And then Tyus, which I predicted, of course, is a corner sitter. He just stays in the corner. Yeah. I've been telling people he cannot score with the ball in his hands. He's not a good driver. His floater, it looks cute because he's
Isn't
short.
it kind of cooked now? Isn't he isn't he a pretty bad floater shooter now?
He's bad at everything.
I could be
all
tripping,
all he could do is pass the ball. And people were saying like he was good in the Franz lineup. And it's because Franz made him look good. Because Franz would get not even an inside steal. Somehow Franz would get a steal where the defender's back is facing the half-court line. So Franz would get a double steal kind of. Where he could pass it, bounce it in, or he could give it over the top. And Franz would just make him look good. But I'm done with him. Jace taking the job.
Jace does need to take the job. Franz looked great in transition. He's going to feast there all year.
Of course.
It bothers me how prone he is to going quiet in games, though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like sometimes you just want to make a play for like 7 minutes.
He just doesn't impose it. He had 19 in the first half and 5 in the second half. And I think in the second half, like 3 of the 5 were free throws, I think.
Well, that's on Paulo as well, because Paulo had 7 in the first half and then 17 in the second half. And I'm fine with them taking turns. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. What was the thing? The thing I wrote down about Paulo is I was checking like the shot chart after the game. He took 11 of his field goals average or late in the shot clock, like how they measure it. I think it was like 15 seconds or later. And that's what makes me mad.
I want to say makes because you do need a grenade shooter on every team. Because the team percentages would decline if one dude is the outlet every time it's late in the shot clock. I think that it would be I think it's important to have a guy like that. I see what you mean, where you want him to get more early clock action and try and just get a drive and try and get a finish.
Yeah, I think it's more so that like the grenades that show up in the stat line don't need to be typical grenades. Like he has such a delayed face-up game because he tries to process everything. Like it's delayed as a means of processing things better, but him delaying it just allows the help to come, and he just ends up taking the shot anyways.
And like
it's like very counterintuitive.
But he doesn't. The thing that about his product, he just doesn't read the gap. I think that's it.
Yeah.
If he was better at just making the gap help pay for being a little bit later and just going in their chest, drawing a foul, I think he'd be a lot better.
Yeah. I just think he can turn the mid-ranges and generals into fouls, but I feel like that's something we'll monitor throughout the year.
Yeah. Well, that's another episode, wrapping up episode 2.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's going to be exciting all year.
It's going to be very exciting. So the Magic do play tonight. I think we play at 7. So
yes, 7 against Atlanta. Are you going to be able to catch it? I will not.
For sure. Oh, wait.
I cannot.
I may not be able to. I'll definitely be able to get the second half, but maybe not the first half. So,
gotcha. It's going to have to be, everything this weekend is going to have to be a rewatch for me. Even Monday's game, I think, sadly. But yeah, back on track.
That's the Kia Boys podcast. Once again, my name is Michael.
I'm Keaton, and thank you for tuning in to episode 2. We will catch y'all next week.
For sure.